Hello and welcome. My name is Ronnie from UltraWater Solutions, and we're going to install our premium whole house dual tank system today. The first thing that you need to do when you're considering your install is you need to find the water location where you're going to get your water from to supply the tanks. On this house here, we have found it, and you'll locate it knowing that there is a shut-off valve. This is how they shut the whole house off. And you should have a pressure regulator that looks something like this in the area. So when you see this and a main shut-off valve, this is where you're going to get your water from for the whole house. Okay, we're back, and we're going to go over the parts that are inside the kit for the two tanks we're going to install today. The first thing is you're going to have a pre-filter. Okay. It's going to come empty, and you see there's a blue O-ring around here. You want to make sure you have some plumber's grease. This one I got at Home Depot. You can order it on Amazon as well. Make sure that you run some plumber's grease around here before you assemble this. You're going to have a carbon block cartridge. This will you'll take the outer plastic off, insert this, screw this down. Don't worry about cinching it down tight at this point. You'll also notice it's marked in and out. Depending on how your plumbing is going to be set up, comes with a bracket here, and the bracket goes like this. This is what mounts to the wall. Okay. Let's say your in plumbing is coming from this side. You can actually screw this on however you want. Okay, so if you want your in to come from here, you could put it on this way before you bolt the bracket down. You're going to have a bag of screws. These are hex head screws that you'll tighten 4 screws down and affix to the bolt. Okay, you're also going to have a filter wrench. So once you have everything assembled, you want to give this a final crank. You'll also notice on the top of the head there is a vent screw, and this is for when you're going to change the filter. You're going to shut the main water off, and you're going to take a Phillips head and unscrew this so it'll let any pressure in the canister, it'll let it bleed out right there. Make sure this is screwed all the way down before you turn your water pressure back on. Okay. Then we have a bypass valve. This is going to attach directly to the head of the tank, and I'll show you that example in a second. The way that we're going to connect our water lines is with these fittings here. Now I've gone ahead and assembled these. These come completely apart, so you'll notice the inner white ring is pushed as far forward as possible so this collar cannot come off, and then there's a rubber O-ring here as well that you'll need to grease with the plumber's grease. We have 2 of these. Okay, these will screw on here, and then your plumbing connections will screw onto this. These are 1-inch nail thread. Okay, I'll just put these on, and you'll notice something cool about these. By the way, if anybody thinks this is cheap plastic, this is from the company Clack. They're the most reputable company in plumbing fixtures and for tanks in all of the United States. Okay, once these are in, they could be rotated any way you need them to rotate. Okay, if you ever need to back the tank away, you're able to put these into bypass position, unscrew it here, and pull the whole tank away. And let me show you an example on a tank right here. Again, there's rubber O-rings here. We'll put some lube around them, and then here's the tank. Okay, we just push this in and screw these on. And when the arrows are sideways, you're in bypass. That means the water is not going to enter the tank. It's going to bypass the tank. Once you open these, the tank is out of bypass. Okay? So you'll have two sets of these, because we have two tanks. You'll have an instruction sheet which will show you where the inlet and outlet is. The second page also gives you detail, showing you how to plumb the pre-filter first, the filter tank second, and then the softener tank third. You'll also have two of these, so you'll have the option of either using this, or you can use a male threaded quick connect like a shark bite. You can use that there, or you can use these. Now, the next step in installing the tanks is you want to flush the tank. So you'll see the sticker on the back right here. We have two tanks. This one says premium filtration tank. So I have this set up here because I do a lot of these, but you can simply put a hose in this side and let it run out of here until the water's coming out clear. We want to flush the filtration tank for a good 20 minutes before we hook it up to the house. The salt-free tank, and you'll see a sticker on the back, the salt-free tank, you're going to fill it up halfway and let it sit for about a half hour before we hook it up to the house. Both of these tanks, as we're facing the back, let's show it from here. The inlet is on the left. So the water in is on the left, the water out is on the right. Okay? Inlet on the left, outlet on the right. If you're facing the tank like this, the inlet is on the right and the outlet is on the left. All right, folks, you could tell we were working. I got the shirt untucked now. Remember in the beginning, we had our location where we were going to tap into the water. And what we did is we got the water going into the house and then back out of the tanks. And let's walk around the garage and see where we put them. Okay. And we have the premium tank, just like in the diagram. We start out with our pre-filter. We put a shut-off valve in right here, so when it's time to change the pre-filter, we can shut the water off right here and unscrew this housing, drop it, and put a new cartridge in. You might also know that I used what's very popular in plumbing today, these corrugated flex lines to connect. Go ahead and film the back there.
Good job.
So these flex lines are connecting those 90-degree male adapters.
All right.
The valves are all open, and if we were to turn these valves sideways, we'd be putting the system in bypass. That's if the tanks ever had a leak or we ever saw something wrong with the tanks, we could put them in bypass and the house would still have water. And that's it.